Good morning, everyone. As always, we'll wait a few seconds, give people a chance to hop on. Nothing like walking into a conversation midstream, huh? Mid-sentence. That's okay because I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I had taken some notes from the chapter I read yesterday in Girls Stop Apologizing. There was a chapter on excuses and mommy guilt and stuff like that. And well, while I can't exactly relate to mommy guilt, I do know what it's like to be a single father and trying to do things and satisfy or take care of your children as well. So, anyway, my notes I guess didn't save, or I did something wrong. I don't know. So I may come back to that and save that for a later time. So yesterday, I guess, was kind of the latter part last night, I guess, was kind of a rough night. Excuse me. And we all have them, sometimes things just don't go right. And my full-time night job, I work for a photography company, and we do senior portraits. And my position, what I do is I work in customer remakes. If a customer didn't like something about their portraits, as far as retouching, or maybe they want to make a change, a pose change, or something like that, generally that comes back to us and we fix it. Now, something we also do is what we call a sympathy package, where sadly, if a student passes away, and we still have their images, we will put together a package for the family, absolutely free. So, that said, last night was, well, I come in, I had 3 work orders for sympathy packages waiting for me. And the work orders actually hadn't even been created yet, and that takes a little bit of time. We are shorthanded right now, so that left me to do pretty much everything on those 3 jobs. So I got the work orders created, I had to do the retouching, got them printed, packaged, back to shipping. As a result, you may notice that if you're asked to do several tasks at one time, something may slip a little bit. I'm not saying in the job performance at hand, but maybe something else that's not so major or a little more trivial, such as checking your email, you may be lax on. So basically yesterday afternoon, because I was spending so much time doing that, getting those urgent rushes sympathy packages out, I neglected to check my email, in which there was another sympathy package that had just been submitted, and I missed it completely, and I felt absolutely terrible about it. Because, frankly, these are the last portraits that a family will ever have of their child. And we take them very seriously, and we put a high priority on them. And when I screw up like that, it's just, it's hard to put that behind you. But I know that people will understand as to why it doesn't get done, and there are contingencies that can be made to get it taken care of. So to anyone who may have had to clean up my mess last night, I do apologize to you. Also, to my team this morning, Heather, Letitia, Jenny, Kathy, all the rest of you who were on the call, Megan, I do apologize for missing this morning's meeting as well. It's just last night, like I said, this morning I overslept. I set my alarms and I just slept right through them. So I am sorry for that, and I guess I'll just have to work twice as hard today to make up for it, won't I? So that said, we are, for my part-time job, just for those of you who may be new to my page, you'll be hearing about this all week from me, just so you know. We are looking to add at least 1 teammate. I would love to add 4, but 1 would be nice. Business is really picking up, guys. We've expanded into the Philippines and Mexico here in the last month or so. We're also active in Canada, Japan, the UK. I can't even think of where all, but we are active in a lot of countries, guys. So um, we, like I said, and to enroll now, this week through Sunday, it is half price. So if you'd like to do, or if you're even curious about doing what I do, you can do it for half the price. So that's always nice. And if you've got any questions at all, I mean, we can certainly talk about it. Guys, it's not a difficult job. I mean, you come in and you're getting it paid to do what you're doing anyway, and that's posting on the internet. So that said, I'd like to move into my next topic, which is from a video that I saw earlier in the week. I kind of took some notes off of that because it was really, I thought it was interesting. I know that there's a lot of people out there who are looking for work, or they're not happy in their current jobs. No, I'm kidding. I love what I do, guys. It's a very fulfilling and amazing job, but working nights can wear on you. So let's just compare small business profitability to working for hourly wages. Now, if you are hiring in, if you're taking a job somewhere, you are more than likely going to get paid at an hourly rate. Unless you're being hired in as upper management, which most of us aren't. Let's be frank here. You're going to be working for an hourly wage. And it will be more than likely, most companies these days, you will be working at least 3 to 6 months before you can even be considered for another position. They have those probationary and their trial periods and all that. So let's say you've been in there a couple of months and, oh, this kind of sucks. I think I'd rather do this over here. Can I go do this? No, you got to be here for 6 months first, and then you can apply for that. Well, okay. Raises. Usually annually, maybe. There may be a down year where you don't see a raise. It happens. Promotions, if you're new to the company where you're at, your resume had better blow them away because competition for a promotion may be fierce. So that means your attendance has got to be 100% or definitely on track. Don't be someone who's calling in every other day. Your productivity, they want to see people who are actually working, who are actually being productive, not sitting there listening to music or playing games on their phone all day. So that said, where do you think you will be in 2 to 3 years at that type of rate, at that type of job? Now, a small business startup, how long do you think it takes them to show a profit? How long do you think it would take for somebody who is investing their life savings or whatever they have into a small business starting up? And generally, that's about 2 to 3 years. Now, they don't get paid necessarily at an hourly rate, if at all. They're investing all that income back into the company for growth. Guys, I ran my own karaoke business for 12 years. And I had a blast doing it. Did I show profit? Well, definitely not at first. And in the end, it came down to equipment replacement costs that I just couldn't handle. I wasn't making enough money to do that. Most places I was working, most of my public shows, they didn't want to pay a private company to come in and provide the service. They wanted to have their own equipment and pay a waitress an hourly rate to run it. Or maybe they would hire a DJ at an hourly rate. So that's, 2 to 3 years before they show profitability. I continued doing it because I loved doing it, period. Getting paid to party. It may not have been much, but it was mine, and I was in control, and I set my own hours, and if I didn't want to do a show one night because I was sick or whatever, I could call them and we wouldn't get paid for that night. Not that big a deal. So once you become profitable, guys, that's when the money starts coming in. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but your chances are a lot better if you can stick it out that long and don't give up, period. Because you have a reputation to grow, you have a business to grow, and word gets around. And when you get a reputation for providing excellent service and being there for your clients and all that, they're going to remember that, and word will get around, and they'll remember you. So let's talk about It Works. Let's talk about this company my part-time side job is. That's what I was talking about, adding teammates. And this number may not be entirely accurate, okay, but let's just say it is close. In about 2 years, and that's just an average guess because some people do it a lot faster, some people take longer. If you rank up to an Ambassador Diamond, yeah, I know that sounds pretty far-reaching, but guys, it can be done, okay? I've seen many people do it. Their average income is about $30,000 a month. Yeah, $30,000 a month. What would you do with $30,000 a month? I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not going to say it's going to happen overnight, because it certainly won't for me. But it all depends on how much work you want to put into it. As I'm learning more about the company, it's just the kind of person that I am. Now, you might be completely different. But can you make that type of money working hourly? No. How high up do you have to go in your current job just to make a fraction of that? Is that even feasible, working hourly? Not where I'm at. Guys, you have your CEO of the company. He might be making that much. And then you got your managers and your supervisors, and then down here at the bottom you got your employees. People want to talk about scams and pyramids. Which one's the real pyramid? Like I said, if you want to talk about this, we'll definitely get in touch with me, and I will provide you with the best information I can, and I will back it up with other sources and other people who work with me who can possibly explain this a little bit better. But the opportunities are there. I understand if you're skeptical, it is scary to think about. I was very skeptical at first too, but as I became a product of the products, so to speak, when I joined the company, I fell in love with the products. And quite honestly, the money for me was secondary, because I really loved what these products could do for me. So that's what I'm going by. Will I get satisfaction from that? Hell yeah. I've lost 40 pounds in the past year using this stuff, so it works for me. But like I said, guys, if you are watching this on the replay, please comment below. Let me know that you were here. I do appreciate it, each and every one of you, for stopping by, for listening to what I have to say. Sometimes I'm just rambling, as I tend to be doing right now. So I do apologize for that. Try to be a little more entertaining. I've laid off some of the bad jokes, but they will pop in again. That's about all I got for now. You all have a wonderful day. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Thank you. Bye.